I'm sorry I don't have any new jokes today, but I have an old comedy trick. If I sit on the microphone cord until the microphone falls asleep, it feels like a stranger's telling jokes. It's cool to see everybody. I mean that literally. I just got these glasses. Thank you. I should have worn glasses for like the last 16 years of my life, but I just chose not to do that because I make questionable choices. But now that I do, I'm learning a lot about myself as a man. I think I might be pansexual now. I used to think I was straight, but it turns out that everybody was just blurry. Now I'm horny all the time, including right now. That's why I'm sitting down. I sit down a lot now. People think I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. Pitching a tent is an activity. It's actually a joke. I identify as asexual. Sorry, what I meant to say was I identify as asexual. All right. When I was in the 6th grade, about 12 years old, they separated our class by gender. They taught us all about our changing bodies. They taught us boys about wet dreams, but they did not call them wet dreams. They called them nocturnal emissions. I think that's a weird thing to say to a 12-year-old boy. Because at the time, I had just learned what the word nocturnal meant, and I was mostly still associating it with animals. So for years afterwards, I was like weirdly paranoid that an owl would fly in my window at night and try to jerk me off in my sleep. But I'm not afraid anymore. Just addicted to owl pornography. All right. Do you guys like science? Clap if you like science. I don't mean to brag, but I've been told that I like science so much that I make love like an endoplasmic reticulum. Ooh. That's right, ladies. Simultaneously smooth and rough. Yeah, that's a cellular biology sex joke. If you didn't laugh at that joke, then you don't like science as much as you just said you did. I did a lot of research for that joke. I like drugs. Clap if you like drugs. I think it's really cool that we have legal weed now. I think it's even cooler that we have legal mushrooms. I hope we continue legalizing shit. I hope the next thing we legalize is prostitution. There's nothing I would like more than to walk out of the dispensary with a bunch of legal weed and mushrooms and then walk like right next door to a place called like the men's whorehouse. And there's a guy out front, he's like, "You're gonna like the way you come, I guarantee it." And then he winks at me. That's the world I want to live in. I don't do comedy full time. For my day job, I'm a chef, I cook food. You guys eat food?
Oh yeah.
Cool. My least favorite food is broccolini. I think it's gross. I think it's really gross that the plural of broccolini is broccolinus. That's gross. Unnecessary. I think the only cool thing about broccolini is that when you cook broccolini, you get to sing Smooth Broccolini to the tune of Smooth Operator by Sade. Smooth broccolini. Yeah. Smooth broccolini. And if you don't do that the next time you cook broccolini, then you can go fuck yourself. Because you're dead inside and you have no joy in your heart. Here's a food joke I wrote. How do you turn a duck into a soul singer? Put it in the microwave until it's Bill Withers. Oh. All right, here's my last food joke. The other day at work, I made a pot of soup, and it was so good.
How good was it?
Thank you for asking. It was so good, it was like a Ford Ranger. Perfect vehicle for crackers. I told that joke one time, and a guy right in the front row was like, "That's racist." But he was a white guy, so I was like, "Shut up, honky!" Then everybody started cheering, and I was handed an award. I'm getting older. You guys getting older?
Yeah.
The thing I notice the most about getting older is that it gets harder and harder to make new friends. Like, I can't tell you how to make a new friend, but I can tell you how not to make a new friend. I recently moved to a new neighborhood, and once I got moved in, I took a walk around my neighborhood. I walked to the nearest gas station. I walked in, I looked around. I picked out a bag of chips. Took my bag of chips to the counter, paid for my bag of chips. The guy gave me my change. He looked me in the eye and he said, "Would you like a bag?" And I looked back at him and I said, "It is a bag." He looked back at me and he said, "Hey, smartass, why don't you get the fuck out and don't come back?" And the moral of that story is I did not make a new friend. And now I have to walk a lot farther to buy a bag of chips. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here on this one. I've never been in a fight, but I did get into a battle of wills. I recently used a public restroom. I used the handicap stall. In the handicap stall there was a baby change station. And next to it there was a sign that said, "Baby change station. Please do not leave baby unattended." Which is hilarious, because it means there was an incident. Or somebody had taken a Sharpie and they crossed out the "do not," so it just said, "Please leave baby unattended." I couldn't let that stand, so I took out my Sharpie and I crossed out the "un," so it just said, "Please leave baby attended." I thought my job was done, but no, I came back to that restroom a week later, and that person had crossed out the "do not," so it just said, "Please leave baby." So I took out my Sharpie again, and when I left that restroom, the sign said, "Baby change station. Please, baby." That's check and mate. That's how you win a battle of wills. That's my time. My name's Kyle Mack.